They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Right back to Brown. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
And some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Wide open receiver complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Tua. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 3 yards out. And the Saints will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Justin Jefferson from 17 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Donald Parham, 39 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Play action now. Prescott into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. His defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick 6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott to throw it. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. This is Brown going up the middle. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run. They're right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2 running plays go backwards. So what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. York able to send this one through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit. On
play action, here's Tua. Oh, he's he's got a man wide open, complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Here we go. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Tua. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go.
They were stopped last time from the 1. Now here's another try on 3rd and goal. Tua going to run the sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. And now Tua going to try and sneak it. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they'll get him down up past the 15. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. This will be caught by Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Prescott. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. They find some open field here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Now Prescott. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Ready, break.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. A 1st down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wild Card matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Fields this way up at the 17 and out a little across the 25 to the 27. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play action. Now it's Tua. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. A check down here for Henry. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He completes it. They've got a 1st down. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Saints continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Lutt's good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. after the touchdown. Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is brought in at the 21. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Hands it off out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the 1st down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Striker, 3-3. Black Ultra.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Saints are pouring it on. What's good on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 51 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing. Prescott. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll try and run for it with Brown. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Brown will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Tua. This will go to Henry out wide. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Tua sets up to pass it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28.
Right, 97.
Tua going to throw. And caught by Henry. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
On the ready.
2nd and 2.
Ready.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
They'll try to run this one in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Mecole Hardman. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's been a back-and-forth game. A lot of points on the board. And that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it. And as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming. And that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point by York is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line.
Here we go.
They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive.